The Monsterverse takes place in an alternate Earth timeline inhabited by massive unidentified terrestrial organisms. Giant monsters of various shapes, sizes and forms. Each of the films center around Monarch, a cryptozoological organization dedicated to studying the creatures and their recurring encounters with the beasts. These MUTOs are now referred to as Titans, and each Titan occupies a specific niche on the Earth and maintain a balance, an equilibrium. Some Titans like Rodan and the lesser Magma turtle reside in fiery volcanoes, while others like Mokele Mbebe and behemoth are found in dense tropical jungles. Since the Earth is 70% water, it is not surprising that there are many Titans that occupy this ecosystem. These are some of the largest and most terrifying of them all. So let's dive into this list of all the aquatic or ocean Titans of the Monsterverse. Number 1. KRAKEN. An undesignated Titan nicknamed KRAKEN was the prehistoric giant cephalopod daikaiju that appeared in Godzilla King of the Monsters, the official movie novelization, as a minor Titan awakening with the others. It is currently unknown if KRAKEN appears in the 2019 film Godzilla King of the Monsters, but he is canon to that timeline. The KRAKEN is a giant squid cryptid antagonistic towards sea vessels, similarly to the KRAKEN himself. However, KRAKEN is just a nickname for the undesignated Titan, and it is unknown if he is the actual KRAKEN legend. The KRAKEN greatly resembles an octopus or a squid, but with a massive brain protected by a cone of shell. Using radiation signatures and biosonic emissions, Monarch had discovered an invisible hibernating KRAKEN wrapped around the remains of a nuclear submarine that had been missing for decades in the Indian Ocean. They built a secret Monarch outpost around him and nicknamed him the KRAKEN, as he had not been given an official name. When Ghidorah calls all the Titans, KRAKEN disguises himself as dead to break through the containment field before destroying the classified Monarch outpost and hunting as a pack with the other awoken Titans. Like octopods, KRAKEN can change the color and patterns of his shell and skin to become virtually invisible. He can also mimic other states such as death by disguising his own radiation signature. The KRAKEN's brain is much larger than necessary to control his body, giving him incredible intelligence surpassing most Titans. He is intelligent enough to recognize that a containment field surrounding him only works on living Titans, something even Monarch scientists had not figured out. Number 2. The Leviathan. Leviathan is also dubbed as TITANUS Leviathan and is a prehistoric giant aquatic daikaiju appearing in Legendary's 2019 film Godzilla King of the Monsters as a name appearing on a monitor, and it is briefly mentioned in the novelization. The Leviathan likely refers to the biblical use in which the Leviathan is a giant sea creature created by God, usually described as a serpentine, crocodile or a whale. This creature is the counterpart to the behemoth, and the Leviathan's name may also refer to the definitions of Leviathan, either a large aquatic creature or something that is very large and powerful. Leviathan was found in Loch Ness, Scotland by Monarch, and an outpost was built around it. When Ghidorah calls, the Leviathan breaks free from its outpost and travels through the Hollow Earth to the Indian Ocean, where he begins to hunt with the other Titans. Leviathan can travel in and out of Loch Ness with the use of the Hollow Earth tunnels. Possibly coincidentally, it is believed by many Loch Ness monster theorists that there are tunnels under the Loch Ness connecting to the sea. The Leviathan's location in Loch Ness may also be a reference to Nessie from the 1998 animated series or the scrapped Hammer movie. Number 3. MARGYGR. This Titan, also dubbed TITANUS MARGYGR, is a prehistoric giant reptilian daikaiju created by Legendary Pictures that appears in Godzilla King of the Monsters, the official movie novelization, as a corpse in the possession of Monarch. The name MARGYGR comes from a type of mermaid in Greenlandic tradition. TITANUS MARGYGR is believed to have lived in the areas that these mermaids typically inhabit near the Arctic. But this Titan has been dead for quite some time, too long to have been alive at the time the Titans were believed to have been sighted. Therefore, Monarch presumably named TITANUS MARGYGR because of her aquatic nature and flat face, the qualities shared by these mermaids. MARGYGR is an aquatic, scaly, reptilian Titan similar to Godzilla, about the size of a whale. She has a flat face with her nostrils above her human-like eyes, like some aquatic mammals, and her skull protrudes backwards, shielding her neck. In death, MARGYGR appears burnt, with her skeleton showing a jagged rift running from her neck to her abdomen. It is unknown to which Titan killed MARGYGR, and even Monarch is unaware. It was likely one of the aquatic or amphibious titans as MARGYGR died in the sea, but it is also mentioned that MARGYGR has scorch marks on her scales, which makes Godzilla himself the likely candidate, as only he would have been capable of causing this damage out of the aquatic titans. Number 4. SCYLLA. SCYLLA, also dubbed TITANUS, SCYLLA is a prehistoric giant spider squid crab daikaiju that appears in Legendary's 2019 Godzilla King of the Monsters as a minor titan eventually bowing to Godzilla. SCYLLA refers to the female sea monster from Greek mythology, the daughter of Typhon. Monarch confirms that TITANUS SCYLLA is named by the ancient Greeks, who interpreted her as a sea monster. It may also refer to SCYLLA genus of swimming crabs, as parts of the SCYLLA greatly resemble crabs, particularly her legs. SCYLLA may be derived from Spiga, another giant spider daikaiju. SCYLLA also shares her near similar name with NERSCYLLA, a giant spider monster from Monster Hunter franchise, whose name was also derived from the Greek monster. SCYLLA is a giant arachnid-like titan with black coloration, 6 very long, bony and light-haired legs, each with 2 joints and ending with a claw. These legs are strong enough to tear through solid rock, and small spikes grow out of the first joint. SCYLLA's head is also surrounded by several squid-like tentacles, and unlike most spiders, she only has 2 eyes. Her anatomy is that of a squid and not of a spider, allowing her to survive and thrive underwater. SCYLLA is in a Monarch containment facility in a desert nearby oil rigs in Sedona, Arizona, being monitored by Monarch and designated TITANUS SCYLLA. She is awoken by the calls of a new Alpha Ghidorah, and she destroys the oil rig she was trapped under the ground. Along with the other titans, excluding Godzilla, Mothra and Kong, SCYLLA is sent to hunt, moving as a pack with the other titans. News reports later mentioned that following the Boston battle, SCYLLA has retreated from humanity and is residing in a lake. According to the reports, SCYLLA is having a positive impact on the environment by slowing down the ice melting in Antarctica and stabilizing the world sea levels. Due to having an inner biology greatly resembling that of a squid, SCYLLA is capable of surviving and hunting both on land and in water. Number 5. Godzilla. In Godzilla Awakening, Godzilla is referred to as MUTO due to him not having a name at that time. Godzilla originally gained his name from the Pacific Islanders, who referred to him as GOJIRA. Ishiro Serizawa also referred to him as GOJIRA prior to Godzilla being formally used. With that said, most of the English-speaking characters eventually start to call him Godzilla over the course of the film's events. Michael Dougherty later revealed that the name Godzilla is not the primary name of the monster but a nickname, with the scientific name used within the film's universe being GOJIRA. The resulting scientific dubbing of TITANUS, GOJIRA. For Godzilla's return, the King of the Monsters was given a radically new origin story that deviates from the previously established origin of him being mutated by the hydrogen bomb. In Godzilla Awakening, the prequel to Godzilla, Godzilla is explained to be an ancient life form from the Permian period. As the planet cooled and its natural atmospheric radiation began to decrease, he adapted to survive various extinction events by diving deep into the ocean and consuming the planet's natural geothermal radiation in a hibernation-like state from its molten core until 1945, when the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki awakened him. But there was another titan that awakened along with Godzilla, and the name was Shinomura. These 2 titans battled each other for many years all over the world, from the Philippines to causing the London smog, presumably, till they were lured to Bikini Atoll and the humans detonated the hydrogen bomb in order to kill both of them. The Shinomura titan was vaporized by the sheer heat of the blast, but however, Godzilla was unaffected by it and maybe grew to a larger size because of the radiation, much like when Serizawa sacrificed himself to detonate the nuke in order to resurrect Godzilla. Anyway, Godzilla was theorized by Ishiro Serizawa to have been the alpha predator of his oceanic ecosystem, but later on of the entire world, and prevented other species from overpopulating and overrunning the world, acting as a force of nature that maintained balance. Godzilla possesses gills and amphibious lungs so he can stay underwater indefinitely, but he closes his gills when he is on land so he can use his lungs. These gills appear to be his weak points, as Godzilla reacts aggressively whenever he is struck in the gills by artillery fire or strikes from the MUTOs' claws. So anyway, this is the list of 5 aquatic titans that appears in the Monsterverse. Be sure to like, share and subscribe for more videos, and do hit the notification bell for regular and actual notifications.